Hello, so this is a little video about using the Google Meet link within Google Classroom. Now, quite a lot of people have been getting in touch saying that sometimes they click on it and the record function isn't there or the breakout function isn't there, and this is something that happens partly because lots of people are using the classrooms, partly because sometimes a student or another member of staff might get to the classroom first. And this is just one of those things. Now, there are things that we can do to stop this happening, and there are things that we can do to help refresh and change how people access it. So the first thing is this little camera here. That little camera says that it is visible to students. Now, what we can do if we want is if we go to the cog, top right hand corner, and we go onto the classroom, and then we can say turn off the visibility to the students. Now, if we do that, the students can't see it, and therefore the students can't access that Google Meet. So what you would have to do is turn it off, start the Google Meet, so you're there first, you as a member of staff are there first, then go back into Classroom, then go to the cog, then go to Meet and turn the visibility back on for the students. So that is one thing that you can do. The second thing that sometimes happens is that the meeting there needs to be refreshed. So if I click on the down arrow there, we can reset it. So that is another possible cause for you not getting breakout rooms or the record function. Now, if you are using breakout rooms and the record function a lot, which a lot of us are, and that's brilliant, the best way of setting it up is to go to your calendar and create an event in your calendar, and then you can call it Nick's class, or Nick's class, and then you can add guests. Once you go to add guests, if you add your students by student number, so you put in the number of the student rather than the name, it means that you get the correct students to your class, because we have lots of students with similar or names that are spelt correct the same way. Once you've created that, if you make sure that it repeats, so there it doesn't repeat, so if I click on there and it doesn't repeat, so it repeats weekly on a Wednesday because I've clicked on a Wednesday, then that event will happen every single week until you tell it to stop, and the students will be there invited, but you will be the owner of that meeting. So you will always have the record function, you will always have the breakout function, you will always have the poll function. Now, if I create an event there, if I go to my Meet tab, my Google Meet tab, using the 9 dots and go to Meet, and this will happen for the students, it will appear here in this list. Okay, so it will appear there in that list. That is the most reliable way of making sure that you have ownership of that meeting. But if you're going to do that, you need to tell your students that that is how it's going to work. Take them through it, get them into a meeting and take them through it and explain to them, because then they will feel secure and they will be able to access the meeting correctly. Hope that helps. Cheers. Ta-da.